Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the Noisy Business Podcast with Sean and Brayton coming at you with another episode. How's it going, Bray?
I'm doing great.
Are you doing great?
I'm going with the NPR kind of style.
Why didn't you tell me?
What?
Because now
I was reflecting your vibe that you had brought, but I'm bringing it even lower.
I can tell.
I'm bringing it down.
All right.
I figure since the topics that we are going to be talking about, I figure it might bring a little form of sophistication and a little bit of class.
Why would we be needing to sound like we are sophisticated, mate? Because we got to be talking about the kind of... Oh, you know what? Really? Okay, we're going to be talking about the news of the royal family. But quick side note, this would have been a perfect episode to have our friends in What a Bother podcast be on there because maybe they will have an inside opinion about something like this. Because they're British.
The big thing that I want to talk to them about is how racist their whole country is. Kind of like, welcome to the club.
Yeah. It's like everybody's been pointing their fingers at the United States and trying to keep us accountable and be like, oh, you know how slavery was a thing like 200 years ago? You guys are still racist. You know, you guys as cops kill black people. It's like, yeah. We know. We're working on it.
Hey, guys, keep your eyes on your own paper. Huh?
But then now things are coming out that the leader of England and the entire royal family don't like people in their family because they're married to black people. And the babies are going to be partially black, even though they don't even look black.
It's going to be like a third.
This baby is going to look more Portuguese than African American.
There's a lot of hot water that the Megan Markle is.
Megan Marbles
and her Willie Harry. Turn off your dude. This is a podcast.
This is an emergency. Sorry, your wife just texted me. She said she's going into labor. So this is a
cross
test.
your legs for 45 minutes, babe, because a commitment is a commitment.
Oof.
And why is she texting you?
Because your phone's recording me.
That's right.
She know I'd be watching.
She's been trying to call me for the last 6 hours.
Yeah, you and big. It's okay. It's your second baby. That thing's gonna fly right out.
It is.
So you might as well just stop and get us a coffee or a snack or something on the way to the hospital.
You know, just kind of chillax. Maybe a massage.
Okay. Yeah. You know, babe, I didn't know. I had a massage appointment. I am not about to break that.
I booked these appointments 10 months in advance.
COVID. It's a thing.
You got to plan ahead.
I was feeling tense. Now you're giving me a hard time. I feel like I have to go get another massage because of all the relaxation you just undid with your hostility. Also, thanks for the baby and procreating with me. That was great. But now my back, my traps.
Ooh, chihuahua.
Traps are hurting.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're just looking awfully comfy in the bed. They don't have a bed for the men.
They don't. They kind of do. It's like a pull-out bed. I found that hilarious.
They do. You just have to share with your wife, but then you're selfish if you make her scoot over.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Anyway, so the royal family, they're in hot water.
Yes.
So,
or as they would say in Britain,
hot water. Hot water. You sound like a hot water salesman, like walking around. I don't know, like Brisbane or I don't know.
Brisbane, yes.
Yeah, or Bristol or Liverpool, somewhere closer where we're like, if you want hot water, get your hot water here. I got a fresh bucket of hot water. Water. Anybody? Get my door water salesman. This is why we set time aside every week, so we have time to practice our British accents and just be ourselves. Pristine. I don't. You guys. We are not actually British. We're American. I know for a second they're like, wait a second. Were they born in the British Isles? What's going on here?
I suppose we could be like, since we're talking about royal people, it would be a little bit more of like the royal family.
Call that the Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's what
in the biz.
Man, I forget. You're always hobnobbing with Bradley Cooper in Hollywood.
Bradley Cooper. Yeah. I'm buying him cans of Coke and he's saying thank you and going our separate ways.
He doesn't even get him in the kilos anymore. He just gets cans.
Yep. You guys, I mean, or at least people that look like Brad Cooper. If you don't understand what we're talking about, there's another episode where I met Brad Cooper in Los Angeles.
Yeah, anyway, it's very legit.
So what's your take on this? So the family, Harry,
yes,
and his wife Megan Markle,
or as they say, across the pond, Harry,
across the pond for just a wee skip. They were basically banished by the queen, as it were.
I believe they left. They just left.
They were,
you know what, we're shedding.
They knew that they were never gonna be
accepted
in line for the crown, really.
Yeah.
So,
well, one, because
what's
he's
the
a
point?
ginger. Like,
Ooh.
you're on thin ice.
Gingers can be great leaders. You want to think about some of the great
name
gingers?
5 great ginger leaders.
Off the top of my head?
Oh, yeah.
No problemo,
Get
sir.
it.
All right, number
Carrot
1.
Top doesn't count.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Can it be a top 4 list? Okay. All right, I'll still stick by. Ready? Thomas Jefferson.
He was a redhead?
Yep, he was a redhead.
Show me a painting.
I could show you a painting, but he was like, "Can you?"
Not
can
one
you-
that Sean did make.
They're like, "Can you make it look like I have more like strawberry
Brown
blonde
hair?
hair than red hair?" No, he was redhead
Okay.
guy.
All right.
All right.
Thomas Jefferson.
Number 2, Ronald McDonald.
Okay.
His business. Look at his business.
Uh-huh.
It is just all over the world. Number 1.
Fantastic.
You can't go to a country really without seeing the Golden Archway somewhere.
Okay.
So there you go. That's 2. Number 3, Otto from Rocket Power.
Who? What?
Otto.
I don't. I don't watch anime.
He's hopefully when you're editing this, you can look it up. It would be really great if you could throw up pictures right here.
Yeah,
while I'm
sure.
talking
Give
about
me more work
Otto.
to do.
So he's a shredder.
Uh-huh.
He's a ripper.
Shredder, ripper.
He's a shredder. He's a ripper. He knows Hawaiian culture. The kid is just cool. He's just an all around little cool kid, and he probably went on to go do big things like in the pro surfing.
Is this Dragon Power?
No, Rocket Power. Ugh, I'm getting pissed. You don't know Rocket Power. Rocket Power.
I know what a pocket rocket is.
He had a sister named Reggie. He had a...
Oh, this
Otto.
person. Oh, you had
That's-
cable in the early
That's
2000s.
a ginger. That's a ginger.
That is not
That's
a
reddish brown.
ginger.
All right, just give it to me.
Oh, no. This is, look at how tan this dude is.
Yeah. But look.
No.
Oh, what about his buddy?
No, this dude's got like dreads.
But what about his kid?
Okay,
The
yeah.
other guy.
That's not a leader.
It starts with a Q.
That's not a leader of the
I
free
believe
world.
it starts with a Q.
No, Q?
No, but he's...
I don't think
dude,
you're allowed
he
to
would
say
be
that
nothing
word.
without his buddy.
Oh, his ginger buddy?
Yeah, his ginger
The
buddy.
person that you originally said was a ginger has a more ginger buddy
Apparently, I didn't know that he
and
had
is
orange
kind
hair.
of Asian looking.
He's
An Asian ginger.
he is also a ripper.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Maybe a lot more people will get that than I did.
Let's think about it. Ready?
Ted Bundy.
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking while we're talking about cartoons and Nickelodeon specifically, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out there Chucky from Rugrats.
Okay.
We're
talking leaders though. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Or more of a follower? You're putting me on the spot. I said Ronald McDonald and Thomas Jefferson.
You threw out some hot redhead facts and
Ready? Southern California. Shaun White.
okay.
Redhead.
All right.
Gold medal. Multiple gold medals won. Southern California native. Local hometown hero. We love Shaun White.
Okay. I'll give you one.
But not Thomas Jefferson, the guy who wrote the Declaration of Independence.
He's kind of a bitch.
He was president. He's kind of a bitch.
He was. Yeah.
How is he a bitch? He's like, we should abolish slavery. And he kept the slaves. Boss move.
No, shoot.
Boss move.
No.
Is it a right thing? No. There's bad bosses, but boss move.
That was the bosses. He made decisions.
He made decisions. He's like, we should get rid of slavery.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's banging his slaves. And he's not paying them.
He's like, this is really, it actually sounds more of like a parenting move, like where you tell your kids that, no.
Because your parents banged slaves?
Yeah, like that's not for you. That's not for you. This is for
Do you know any
grown-ups.
other prominent Wendy from Wendy's? Another fast food chain.
Wendy from Wendy's, yes.
Yeah, strong woman.
Yeah, I like how a lot of them are cartoon based and a bit fast
They're
food.
very okay. Andrew Jackson, another fiery redhead.
Every time I've seen him on the $20 bill,
He's black and white.
it's black and white. So I'm gonna go ahead and call false.
His red hair turned white.
That would be really funny if on our green money he did have red hair.
They just so we never forget that the guy that wanted to kill the Indians was not one of us. He was a daywalker.
He was a daywalker.
And then
So
I don't know anybody else.
yeah, I knew you weren't. But we went down that trail anyway.
We sure.
So
You put me on the spot. I had to do it.
my
I had
bad.
to do it.
That's on me. So yeah, what were we talking about? The royal
family.
the Royal Rumble.
What's your take on it? Should they are they cheesing it? Are they milking the situation, or is it really true that the queen and the family are actually racist and they basically?
I think all can be true. All this can be true.
Yeah, but what's your take on it? Make a decision.
Okay, I think the queen is the original white supremacist. The Dragon Master.
She's been alive long enough. She was around before racism.
Actually,
sure.
I think she is a witch. How
Because
do
she's
you
alive?
live this long without having some ancient power that is derived from roots and berries? And
I know where it came from. You know the saying "God save the Queen." God was just like, "Oh, okay," and they were like, "We don't mean it literally," or "Long live the Queen," I guess rather. Like, "Long live the Queen, long live the Queen." It's like that went to her head. And she's like, "I will live forever." All right, I guess I'll do it. I will live forever, and I will not like black babies.
I will have a serious problem with other ethnicities.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that
She
the
like
painting that we're gonna
fish
need?
and chips or black babies?
Another reason is they have another saying that they have in England is think of the Queen when having like sex. I believe it was during
last longer.
During World War I, they were telling they were needing
they needed more babies.
They needed more babies to help with the workforce, and so it was like you had to think of the Queen in order to make that.
do your duty.
And maybe they haven't stopped thinking about the Queen, and that sexual energy is keeping her alive.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sexual. If you have, I just read an article on this.
Okay.
If you kerchow,
Yeah.
if you orgasm twice a week, your life expectancy can go up 20%.
Hold on, you read an article that said if you pants explodes twice a week.
Yeah.
By
It didn't say more than it said specifically twice a week.
Manually adjusted or
Whether
manually
it was
managed?
a manual transmission or automatic.
Okay.
Just
As long as it happens.
Mm-hmm.
You live
You could
twice as long.
Science is trying to, they're trying to say up to 20% longer than without.
Okay.
People with the sexual energy, it's a real thing. So that's what I'm trying to say. There's some kind of proof that, people that are old, like Betty White.
Okay.
Betty White,
hold on a second.
twice a week.
If that is the case,
about
why do men tend to live shorter than women?
Heart disease.
Heart disease.
Yeah. Stress.
Because our explosions they're hard.
You got to pump blood to more places in your body than a woman's body does. So your heart's doing more work.
Okay.
20% more.
20% more.
So you die faster.
Okay.
Now, I don't know a lot about science, and I know less about math, but I think I just explained it perfectly.
Yeah. No. I don't think no one needs to fact check these things. No one needs to go into them. Let's just take your word as gospel.
Thank you.
So my thoughts on the royal kerfuffle. The Oprah, as always,
Intruding as usual.
Yeah, she's got her nosy nose into the royal affairs.
Who would have you rather have seen mediate that?
Honestly, Hulk Hogan. I think he really has the chops to get to the nitty gritty. In order to.
So Megan.
Tell me about the Queen.
Megan Markle would have been like, I just feel like a lot of pressure, and I was experiencing suicidal thoughts, and Harry can attest to that. And he's like, "All right, there, Harry. Why don't you go ahead and tell your side of the story, there, brother?" And he's just like, "All right, well, I'll do my best. Please don't stop ripping your shirt." Let's get down to business for the Royal Rumble, brother. Something like that.
Yeah, I think that probably would have been a little bit better, a little bit more. I think if
ratings.
If America is trying to put their best foot forward, I don't think you can go wrong with Hulk Hogan.
That's great.
He's the epitome of America.
If you're choosing an American to do it, why Oprah? Somebody that's more black than the person that you're trying to make
a classy lady.
You're like, we're trying to get people to sympathize for Meghan Markle because she's black. It's like, so let's put the black woman. She's like she's the most wealthy female. And she's probably one of the most wealthy African Americans
Yeah.
in our country.
Well, I was going to say that.
So,
I don't think, I think if we as America, like if we're going to pick an American to interview the royal family, let's pick the most American person ever, Hulk Hogan, right?
I thought you were going to say Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
Because he would do a great job.
yeah, he would. But again, I don't think he's putting off what the essence of America is. Like, if you see Hulk Hogan just out and about, people don't think he's from anywhere else but America. There's no other nation that Hulk Hogan is going to come out of except
But there's
America.
so many different kinds of Americans. And I said Matthew McConaughey, he's got like the Southern intellect and like charm and swagger kind of.
Correct.
And
The
he's a
problem
great guy,
is
great
Megan-
reputation. He's funny. He's intellectual. He's a community leader.
He's going to distract from what's happening.
Oh, interesting. Also, you want somebody that is not better looking than the people that you're trying to make the stars of your show.
True.
You need a B-list celebrity with a lot of energy
That's on the decline.
who needs to get paid. Dude, you'd save a lot in the budget if you hired Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you pay him more to not tear his shirt off or just let him do what he does?
You just, you put the Hulk Master in the just in the ring and see what happens. What's going in the fray?
Oh, man, that would be dope.
They told me not to ask this question, but
Producers are like, no, cut the freak, cut it out.
I can't help it. Did they make you cry, brother?
All right, so I think we've tapped out on the Royal Rumble.
Oh, tapped it. Nice.
Thanks. Was that a pun or something?
They tap in.
Oh,
wrestling.
like wrestling.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, you don't even know you're doing it.
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah,
not
it's
these
so
days.
natural.
Thanks. Okay, so what else is going on? Oh, we go St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is coming up next week.
Next week.
So we got a European correspondent as a guest at the end of this episode.
Someone needs to tell the Irish people that they need to pace themselves because their big drinking holiday. Everybody's going to try and catch up.
Yep. So there's some things that we might not see eye to eye on.
About St. Patrick.
Did
he chase out snakes or did he bring the snakes in as well?
I don't know. Are snakes a metaphor? Are they actual snakes?
Okay, nobody knows this, but St. Patrick actually used to be a con man named Peter.
Peter.
Yep. Con man.
Wouldn't his name be Patrick?
Peter Patrick.
Oh, okay. Go on.
That was his name. St. Patrick. His name was Peter. It was too many. It was too many syllables. But Peter Patrick was a great con man from the southern part of Northern Ireland.
Okay.
And so I can't remember what the official timeline of when he existed was, but I believe it was the early century.
Okay.
Of it. And he was a well-known con man for taking little kids' shoes and selling it back to them at a markup. Like people just would go around missing.
He would just steal and
It was classic, but he'd go
That's
from
not really con,
it would,
that's just a thief.
It would go from. Do you know how hard it is to sell shoes back to children?
from kids.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, you can sell children's shoes to children. You have to get their parents involved.
Steal them first. Yeah.
Yeah, easy peasy.
That's money.
Anyhow, one of the biggest con that he ever pulled off was bringing snakes to Ireland.
Oh, and then
Getting rid of them.
made people pay him. They're like,
Easily.
Patrick, there were never snakes on this island. We don't know what we're doing.
What
He's
are
like-
snakes?
He's like, it's okay. Like, I'll get rid of them for a fee. Mm-hmm. And now they're like, he saved the island. He's
Why
the guy
don't
that
you
ran
tell
off the
Lord
snakes.
Why don't you tell Lord Peter Patrick here that I'll get all these snakes out of here for you?
Also, I feel like he had to have used
For
the
a nickel.
snake analogy as a way of introducing himself to ladies.
Oh yeah, everyone knows it. That was one of his main pickup lines. Is I brought the snakes in here. Why don't you give it a kiss goodbye?
Oh no.
Yeah,
It was that was before we knew that wasn't okay to say.
Yeah,
they down in
it
Ireland
was,
down.
In Ireland they do it a little differently.
They procreate there.
Yeah, exactly. So they really accepted the story that he brought snakes and took them away. It was in the span of 2 days.
Oh wow!
And really, all that it was sticks. He just threw a lot of sticks around, kind of just.
So he's good.
He's
a good liar.
Look at these snakes here. I'll get them out here right away. Right away for you. I'll get them out.
Like, I don't know. It does look like a little bit more like a stick to myself.
Don't look too close here.
Don't look too close to it.
Those snakes will bite you. Right away. Yeah, you see, because everybody's drunk, they can't tell the difference between snakes.
I've never seen a snake before. Peter, Patrick, I don't know for sure, but I do believe that those might be just sticks that you might have just broken off the branch of the tree over there.
Johnny, oh boy, those be snakes that'll whack you on the tail.
That's what's me on the tail, you better run them off there, Peter Patrick.
That's what I do. And if he was really known for stuttering, if you ever get back to the village, you let them know that I did. Old Peter Patrick here, you're making me ascend to it, and let me know that I'm gonna that no one ever you ever saw my snake as snake.
We're sneezing, Matt. Sorry about it.
Yes,
no, you're saying if you were going to have to replace the name Peter with the name Saint, because if you ran off all these snakes and we saved all the people there, Peter, you would be no longer Peter Patrick. You would be Saint Patrick, and I would dedicate an entire day after you.
Fuck yeah,
I stood at the first round on me, boyo.
Oh, boyo.
I think our accents are actually pretty good, right?
They kind of nailed the Irish accent pretty easy.
Whatever dialect that kind is.
Oh, yeah. Classic American Irish fake accent.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how they sounded in the 1800s, though.
Oh, yeah. No one can prove it.
No, yeah, you can't prove me wrong. All right. What else were we going to talk about? There was one other thing.
Oh, I am training for a marathon. I made a huge.
All right. So let me give a little about the backstory while he's resetting the camera. Brayton made a huge commitment, you guys. He decided to sign up for a marathon. Very first time. It's the Rock and Roll Marathon. Very popular marathon in San Diego. Full marathon, which I believe is 26 miles.
Aye.
An entire marathon would be 26 miles. Here, why don't you talk? I'll fix. Yeah. I'll fix the camera with her.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so I have run a half marathon before. Okay. And I honestly, I exercise, and I hate it. I don't like exercising.
But you do it all the time. So you hate yourself, and you.
It is the worst. I know what a body needs. And
sure,
it needs a lot of exercise in order to do it.
But do you know what it takes and what the body needs to prepare for a marathon?
No, I did not.
So you were like, a marathon, that sounds like more miles than I've ever run. I could brag about that. Let's do it.
Yes, it got a little bit ahead of me. So we do have a mutual friend, Tyler, that he's married to our number one fan, Carly. Yeah,
shout out to Carly. What's up, Car Dog? 2 weeks running. Oh, man. Hey, if you want to be the number one noisy fan of the week, just ask.
Yeah,
because I think Carly's the only one, but it's okay because she is our number one mutual friend.
Oh, our favorite. She makes such great memes,
good memes. She responds to all the memes that we make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tyler.
Now Tyler is married to her,
and he's pressuring you.
He's
running his tail off.
He's turning 30 this year, and he wants to run a marathon, and so he's on a health kick, and so. Sure. We've been doing this kind of public accountability thing of tagging each other in our social media feeds to hold ourselves accountable. And he's been posting some longer runs, kind of preparing and training for it. And I ran a half marathon, so I'm like, hey, I'll do it too.
Okay.
And so I book it, I pay for it, and then immediately start researching on what it takes to actually run a marathon.
But you have lots of time.
I do. We have till October.
Okay, so you have till October, and then you're like, I got plenty of time, but I should probably check out.
They
what
do
it
say
takes.
that you need at least 12 to 16 weeks to actually fully follow a program for it.
Yeah.
But you need to do there are special shoes that you need to get,
which you don't have. I'm assuming.
I do not have. I've been running barefoot.
Oh, really?
No. I wear my dress shoes. I mean, I'm a classy looking fella
with high socks as well.
Yeah. You never know who you're gonna bump into on a run, so you gotta look good. My feet bleed every time.
Okay, but you're looking good while you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
What else do you need? Headband? Imagine that's it.
No, like
what else do you need?
Like you need apparently you need like a water belt to like take swigs of water. Like you need to have like a full on snack pack while you're doing a run like this.
Yeah.
Like energy bars. Like I totally thought it was just kind of like a half marathon where you can really just power through it.
You can kind of get your body into auto mode. Just kind of get that runner's high and just kind of honestly between like miles like 7 and 13 you kind of just on autopilot at that point.
Yeah, runner so 1 through 3 miles 1 through 3 is kind of your runner's warm up.
Yeah.
It's hard. Mile 6, that's where I get my runner's high.
Okay.
Mile 8, that's where I get my runner's erection. Then mile 10,
swear
we know what happens there.
It takes you two whole miles now, huh? It used to just be the one. Used to be 8 to 9 danger zone.
Listen, when you've been running as long as I have, you there's a couple of mind tricks that you just think about baseball from mile 9 to mile 10.
So then like around 10, 11 to 13 for your half marathon, what happened between then after you made a mess in your running shorts?
You
just kind of
you kind of do this like buckle leg.
It actually would be good. That would be good. It would prevent rash buildup. You would, if you had that would be like a natural lotion.
I wish. See, I know better now that I've actually ran a half marathon, but during my, I guess during my longer runs of running a half marathon, where I was running 10 miles or so, did not realize that you shouldn't wear like regular t-shirts.
No, the cotton will rub down on your sensitive
your nipples.
Yeah,
it will just tear them apart.
Would you just run bare chest, or
I would probably run bare chest? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm gonna put my little
tag.
Yeah, bandolier.
Yeah,
I guess
you do need to wear something on your. You can't really wear it on your butt. Anyway,
maybe I can run naked.
Probably not. Well, then everybody would see your erection.
Do I want that?
You're in a mile.
Do I want
erection? I don't know. Nobody wants that. Okay, so anyway, you're starting to realize that maybe you made a mistake because
I wasn't prepared for all the stuff that it gets involved. I was kind of just under the impression that you could just power through it. You could just, run to a certain extent and then just keep it going. But
so I heard for marathon training, you should never run more than 13 miles in a row while you're training.
From what I saw, you should do longer runs.
I would want to do at least like 1 or 2, probably like 2 or 3 months out before the regular marathon, just so
longer runs. I think longer runs can be between like 10 and 15 miles.
Okay.
From some of the stuff that I've seen, you could do a 20-mile run, but nothing more than that. Like do that maybe once if you really want to.
Yeah.
But
because otherwise you're starting to risk like injury, overexertion. You want to avoid. You don't want to hurt yourself while you're training.
You want to avoid injury, especially when it's getting to that. So I've decided that I'm not going to train.
Oh,
I'm just going to
wear your dress shoes.
Wear my dress shoes. Get a massage.
26 miles.
And eat whatever I want, and let the energy build up. Let it store in my cells. And then let it burst when
you need it.
Race day comes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's probably going to be the way to go.
What's going to be your energy of choice that you're gonna probably something carb heavy?
Donuts.
You're gonna Brayton fuel, baby.
It's got sugar.
Okay. You do need sugar.
You need that. You need that
glucose.
Fast energy, and then you have the bread that is with it. So that's a little slower energy.
It's also keeping you full longer.
So I
what
think
about
if
protein? Do you eat protein before?
Do you eat protein before?
Before a marathon. Are you
I don't think the body needs protein.
Okay.
I think
in general, just like
the body creates.
You look at chickens and you're like, evolved beyond that. I've moved on to donuts. We have bread.
We have technology now that supplements all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Just shakes.
So now that this is the first time you're announcing this to the podcast public, where I imagine there's going to be a couple updates here and there. So what's the last thing that you want to leave us with before I ask you again in a little bit?
Take a look at me now because I'm only going to get hotter. Sorry.
All right.
just the way it is.
All right. And us, the Noisy Nation, and myself will be keeping you accountable.
Should I post more, Sean?
On your story?
Yeah. Should I post more progress pictures? Maybe some meals?
No one cares. No one really cares. And a lot of people think it's funny about the meme that I made because they think of it as going out of your way to point out how cool you are. So therefore you're just bragging about yourself.
See,
you're like, no, there's public pressure. If you do it on public, the public doesn't care. The public thinks, the public laughs. The public laughs every time.
Oh, of course.
And I brought that up and you're like, no, the public pressure. And you wanted me to join in on your running fiasco.
I've been trying to make you run for a while.
And I do run every week. But you won't know that because I don't post it on my story.
I'm sorry. Did you just say you run every week?
I do run every week.
Hold on a second. Cute. Running every week. That's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't need to run every day.
Sometimes I run multiple times a day.
That's cool. Cardio is not what my goals are right now.
Oh, you're trying to get big?
Just trying to fill out those shirts more a little bit, trying to make those larges pop like a medium.
I'm trying to make these puppies bark, boy.
That's right, dude. I'm trying to lift a little heavier, a little shoulder shrug.
Doing those daddies.
I'm trying to do those one-handed push-ups.
I'm
trying deadlifts, dude, and finding dead people and lifting them. That's my job.
You work at a morgue, so that's nice. They're everywhere.
Yeah. So Yeah. So anyway, no, I don't believe whenever it's just two people that are trying to keep each other accountable.
Yeah.
You need to be sharing pictures of yourself running. I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in it?
I don't believe that there's going to be you have convinced yourself that there's public pressure because we all come to expect, oh, there's the picture of Brayton running. Swipe. I'm like, because, we're all still friends with you. That's why we follow you. But, there's other parts of your life, but you don't really share those anymore. You're just sharing the runs.
Yeah. Well,
maybe
to be honest,
maybe your daughter on the weekends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whenever she's around.
If you have time between your runs, your multiple day runs, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, it's very hard. That's the one thing
we've been in multiple running challenges before, and you're a fierce competitor.
Yeah.
And if you set your mind on something as simple as just like running, you can exceed the average person.
I know. Think of like the progress I can make in fatherhood if I applied that kind of tenacity.
We'll never know.
But we'll never know. I'm too busy clocking in them miles.
It's like, are you running away from your responsibility? No, I'm running towards greatness. It just happens to be, I don't really run in a full circle when I leave my house and come back home. I just run in a straight line. I'm like, well, I'm this far away. I should probably get a hotel and, some drugs and maybe a lady of the night and I'll stay here.
I've ran all the way to Vegas in this car, so might as well just stay around for a little while. Yeah. But here's the thing. We've had some conversations about the social media, and this may be a good little topic.
Sure, and we don't have to agree on everything.
Do you think there is oversharing, or are people just putting their best foot forward, or do you think that there might be a little bit of jealousy on your part because you're seeing two dads that have two children, jobs, side hustles, and are still finding time to fit it in. And not in a sexual way, like the exercise.
Okay, I can give you the short answer first, and then I can give you a long answer if that's the order that you want.
Ahead. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. See.
No.
Oh, was that your long answer?
That was my short answer.
Oh, okay.
Long answer is not much longer.
Oh, okay.
No, I am not impressed. Although I applaud, I don't know why I'm counting.
Okay.
How long is this going to be? I applaud my friends for, being so dedicated and managing their time well. And then also fitting in also being a father as an afterthought. I mean, there are some times where I'm like, if they spent, half as much time, on their fitness and that time, being there for their wives that are literally about to have another baby or, doing things around the house, being a maybe better husband, maybe that's more praiseworthy of sharing on social media than, running But I'm
So you think that we should post about how we clean? Well, I can't speak for Tyler, but how I clean like the house.
Tyler don't do cleaning.
Oh, he don't do cleaning.
He do the running.
Oh, he do the running. He runs the house and he runs his feet.
He made a shirt for himself, custom T-shirt.
What?
So I don't clean because I'm busy running.
I don't clean because I make that mean.
That's right. Yeah, and women, hey. If you think women shouldn't be clean because it's a hurtful stereotype that women have to be the ones that stay home more and do more of the cleaning, it's like you could prove that by running more. It's like if you ran more than your husband, he'd be home more often. Therefore, the responsibility of the cleaning would be on his shoulders.
That seems like a Peter Patrick way to make your wife exercise more. If you're trying to,
be like, hey, babe, like I'd be happy to help more, but I mean, what would you do with all that extra time? I guess you would have so much time to be a great, look hot eventually again.
Listen, like we said in our vows when we first got married, whoever runs more is the person who loses the race has to clean the house.
That's right. And
so if you ran more than me, maybe the house would be a little bit more tidy by me.
Maybe.
I don't know.
All right.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? So anyway, we're gonna be keeping up with your progress on your marathon training, and then we'll see what happens.
Yes. Well, what will happen is I'll run a marathon.
You'll run a marathon.
That is what will happen.
Well, you kind of just spoiled the will he, won't he? Like, of course you're gonna run the marathon.
Yes, but will I be injured before? Will I pop a boner halfway through?
What are you gonna buy? Are you actually gonna wear dress shoes?
I will not wear dress shoes. I don't think that is but
fancy shoes.
Maybe that will be an extra hurdle that I'll just put in front of myself to run a whole marathon in dress shoes, and then I can finally prove to the world that I'm the classiest runner around.
Actually, you don't really have to do that. You just have to run like the last half mile in dress shoes. Like have somebody waiting at the last like half mile, more or less of the finish line. Be like, hey, switch into these, and then you finish the race. Well, if I'm gonna do that,
I might as well put on my whole suit.
Sure, yeah, go for it. And then they'll be like, did that guy just run the entire marathon in that? And be like, yeah, I did, because I'm classy.
Yeah, because I'm classy like
there you
that.
Go.
I got my sports jacket on, and I'm dripping in sweat.
Uh-huh.
I got my chafy nips.
Who doesn't like to ruin a suit? Like to blow out a suit. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, blown out a suit's probably one of my favorite things to do.
All right.
Especially when I'm at a fight club.
Do we have time for that interview?
Interview, yeah. Our guest. You didn't tell me we had an interview.
Oh, well, maybe you thought I was joking. Let me go get him.
Oh, shoot. Right. So, this is a unprecedented interview. I wonder if he's going to look similar to Sean when he walks in. Sean, let me know what
hey, Brayton, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. I'll let the guest in, okay?
You're going to go to the bathroom and let the guest in.
Ready.
Okay. All right. Have fun. Oh, hello, sir. I'm glad that Sean high-fived you on the way in.
Well.
Oh, this is a familiar accent.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, hello. What's your name? I'm Brayton.
Oh,
I don't know if Sean told you about me.
I do believe that we have met once before, and it was actually it was right here on this podcast. Not too long ago, mine. I don't know if I could call you my friend because we did have very different opinions on different things. So
yes.
hello everybody. Welcome me back. It is your favorite person to interview, Josh Grobenstein.
Hello, Josh Grobenstein.
I am here because Sean reached out to me because he said he was looking for a European news correspondent. Because specifically with the upcoming events of the St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
And then as well as the fiasco. The fiasco of the royal family. Oh no, is UK, is Britain not the greatest country in the European Union that I thought it was? Oh wait, it's Germany.
Oh wait, Germany is the greatest? I don't know if that's a saying.
We have always been number one.
Ah, okay. Well,
But I'm here. I'm here and I'm back. Opinion. And last time we had some false allegations, and we have cleared the dust air.
Did we? I think we established some facts based off of the interview.
Okay. Well, before you start to spew certain things about this interview, go ahead. Hey, Bratton.
Yeah.
Ask me what my favorite movie is. My favorite movie.
Josh Grobenstein. What is your favorite movie?
My favorite cinematography film is The Sound of Munich. It's a lot like The Sound of Music.
Yeah,
but
that's where my mind went.
But the only difference is at the end, the Nazis successfully capture and kill and shoot the family.
Oh wait, that's what happens?
Yeah, otherwise it's pretty much just the same. Some of the musicals are a little bit different though.
How different?
They're like, when does dogs bite, when does the bee sting, when you're feeling sad, it's never as bad as when we lost the Second World War, never again.
Okay.
There was that little beauty of a number.
So the musical that is set in the World War has a song that is based off of the losing it.
The movie was made after the war in the 1960s.
Okay, all right.
But are we really here to talk about Germany, or are we here to talk about St. Patrick's Day and what's going?
Honestly, I don't know what we're here to talk about. I didn't know that you were going to be a guest, and now I realize why Sean didn't tell me about it. We did not have a good. We did not. It did not end well. I believe we found out that you are a Nazi.
No.
If I'm correct.
No, the Nazis did terrible things to those people.
Yes.
We both agree.
Which people?
Dude, all kinds of people across the European continent.
Yeah, I guess
so
we
many
don't have to
so
list
many
them.
people died.
But why are you here today?
Oh, I'm here today because the hot topic is the royal family.
Yes.
And
how are you connected to them?
I'm connected to them because I'm distantly related to somebody that is of German royalty, which is anciently related to the royal families across Europe, including Queen Elizabeth.
Okay. So you're related to Queen Elizabeth?
I would say I've been told that I look like somebody.
You look like somebody.
That was a leader of Germany at one point.
Oh,
the royal leader. Oh, yes.
So Queen Elizabeth may have had relations with somebody who was potentially a leader of the Germans, which you kind of look like.
I mean, I've been around. I've been around for just quick minute. So I don't know who my mother is. I know who my father is. But that's beside that point.
Okay. All right. Well,
so would you rather talk about the royal family first or St. Patrick's Day?
What is your thought on the royal situation?
Oh, the royal family. There's so much controversy, am I right?
They kind of found out that the queen does not care for, shall we say, people who don't look like her?
No, she would not be the first leader of a European people that frowned upon minorities.
Correct.
Now
that is correct.
Now, just let me kind of fill out that room really quick.
Yeah.
Do we think that's a beneficial thing, or is it maybe we don't feel very comfortable with minorities being targeted?
I think it is profoundly frowned upon.
Yes, it's very frowned upon.
They do not. Everyone thinks that it is not a good thing that she has these beliefs on other people.
Okay, but what if they were responsible for your country losing the First World War?
Who?
The people that we previously said.
Oh,
there's like there's a smaller group of people within a larger group of people that are trying to destroy this country from within.
Okay, so you got right back over to that thing that we kicked you off the show for last time.
Did you know what we're talking about? The royal family,
and you're saying that they are against the Jews?
What? You are talking about das Juden? No. What? No. What? Never. We what? Never.
Josh.
Mr. Grobenstein to you.
Mr. Grobenstein.
So maybe you did not understand my analogy.
Okay. Your anal allergy?
Whatever you want to do on your own time is your own thing, Mr. Sharp Dresser. Okay. So the smaller group of people is the younger generation within das royal family. And the larger group that they are in trying to change up is the larger group. Queen Elizabeth is the face of that family. And the reputation of the royal family, and really at a larger, the Europeans and worldview of England. And Meghan Markle comes in, she's trying to change things up. That's what I was trying to say. You're over here, you hear my German accent, and you're being extremely hurtful because you think that I'm some sort of Nazi sympathizer, and I somehow impartial to minorities. What I don't understand the subtle hints of hostility that you always have against mine.
My apologies. I did not realize that
I'm here to talk about European news in general.
Yeah. And what other kind of news did you want to bring up? I don't mean to judge too harshly.
Exactly. There's this guy named Saint Patrick.
Yeah.
He's a huge hero on the island of Ireland.
Well, that makes sense. He brought in sticks and chased out snakes.
Right. He's heroic because he chased out bad things.
Yes.
So everybody applauds this man, and they dedicate an entire day to Saint Patrick. If that camera's not working, then something has gone terribly wrong. Oh, it's working. Go ahead, ask that question again.
Yeah. What? I don't remember what the question was.
Oh,
yeah, Saint Patrick.
Oh,
yeah, he chased out snakes.
Dedicate. That's entire people applaud him. They wrote him on top of the weak shoulders and say, Patrick, you are a saint because there were bad things amongst our communities, and you have driven them off. They were hurting our economy. They were hurting the community and the just precious Aryan children.
Oh, okay.
And they had to get rid of these bad things.
Okay, what would you say the bad things are?
In this situation, they're the snakes.
Okay, and what would you define snakes as?
Metaphorical snake or a snake is a swarmy little evil worm.
Okay,
even the devil in the holy scriptures appears as ein serpent.
Okay, and those are just regular snakes, is what he chased out. We
don't know.
What do those translate out to you?
Do you know of many Jews living on Ireland?
No, okay.
That was a joke.
No, okay.
I am joking. We are having a laugh.
I think you could tell that I'm about to throw you off this podcast.
You cannot throw me off
again.
Of this.
I'm going to cast you out like a snake.
Oh, but then
not unlike St. Patrick.
But oh my goodness gracious, this guy. Anytime this guy talks to a German, he just gets super upset. I'm here to clear the air. Sean isn't here because he said I deserve.
Do you mind? Okay, before we go any further, do you mind taking off your swastika armband?
Das ist ein Tattoo, sir. And I cannot take it off. It is. Das is just a nice little geomorphical shape.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
So do you have any questions? Because I'm so close to that fire of the hot topic, which of the European news, because I live in Europe.
What is the hot topic fire then?
The royal news.
Okay.
And is Meghan Markle's baby going to make marbles like her mother? And that's why she moved to Canada.
Is she going to make marbles?
There's like, well, I don't want to be royal anymore because I have this passion. A lot of African Americans have this passion to make marbles for some reason. I can never understand. So Harry want to marry somebody that liked to make marbles.
Okay.
She's making marbles. Yeah. Everybody's always like, Harry and making marbles. They don't even call her by her name. And
they just say what she does.
My English isn't always das best. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
but it's like bad. Harry and making marbles.
Uh-huh. And you think that it's good that they're out of the royal family?
I think that's better for their family.
Okay, so for Meghan and Harry,
that they got away before it was too late.
Before it was too late.
Mm-hmm. Das Queen is a snake herself.
The Queen is a snake. Metaphorically?
Have you ever seen the Harry Potter films where the old lady turns into a serpent, tries to attack the protagonist, Harry Potter Stein?
Yes. Yes.
So there could be a Nagini type situation where the Queen of England, she's ancient. She's as old as England herself. There's an old enchanted for dark magic purposes serpent lurking around in the old decrepit body of an English woman.
Well, that's what I said earlier on in the
right.
podcast, that the Queen of England might just be a witch.
Then we might finally agree on some things.
Okay. One thing, I guess.
I guess. Wait, why would it just be limited to that one thing? Okay, ready? Name your favorite city in all of Europe on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Berlin.
London. Oh, shoot.
Okay. London. Maybe you do. Okay. Name your favorite German pastime. Do you have a favorite German pastime? A part of German history that you think is just wunderbar?
Certainly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Reading.
Reading?
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of reading when they did that thing where they like burned all the books.
Yeah, that was going to be your favorite pastime.
Well, I mean, the bonfire situation, all of those people didn't understand. They rode up late to the party. They didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah, okay. Wait, they didn't you thought that when they were burning books, the people who had a problem with it was just because they came in the middle of it? They didn't see the context of the beginning of it?
Somebody threw the first book down, and then a lot of those people were probably, like school students, and they were like, I want to burn my books. I don't have to go to school.
Oh,
and then they threw them away.
They're just burning evidence?
Yeah, because, I mean...
I can't do homework if it's
that's
burned.
Right. You see, the thing is, because back then, the thing that I want to touch on is that these kids wanted to be educated. And now there's that stereotype where Germans are deep thinkers, engineers, mechanically inclined. But before when they burned all the books, and then they had a hard time paying attention because they could not concentrate, so they had to send people to a concentration camp so they could learn how to concentrate.
I don't know if I could let this stand. It seems that you're just trying to sneak in that everything that the German people did was a misunderstanding to the world, that they walked in on a bonfire a little bit too late, and that they're actually just trying to help people concentrate at a camp. Like, this is all a thing that's gone awry. I don't think I can let this stand.
I don't support.
World War II was a misunderstanding.
No, of course not.
Oh no! Yeah,
there is no misunderstanding.
You came in the middle of a bonfire. We didn't mean to.
No,
Hitler, I don't think we can let this stand.
Hitler's a bad dude.
Okay,
and
yeah,
with an even worse mustache.
Yeah, fair enough. I can agree to that.
Yeah.
So have you changed your ways?
There was nothing that needed to be changed. My views have always been aligned with the best, brightest, and most, I don't know, the best people there is. Maybe my English is just not getting across to you. What do you have a question for me that you just want an black and white answer, or black or white, however you want to say?
No, I just want to know, are you...
Do I side? I was never a Nazi. Das Nazi Party was eradicated. And therefore, even if hypothetically I really, really wanted to, I couldn't.
All right. He's out. Sean! We didn't.
All right. Well, Sean is
Mr.
me on
Mr. Grobenstein.
Josh Grobenstein.
Josh Grobenstein. You need to get out. You need to get out. We can't have with cancel culture the way it is. We can't have people like you on our podcast.
Sean already paid me to stay on retainer as your news.
Breaking news.
European news correspondent.
No.
So I will be back.
No.
I will be back.
I mean, you're a fan favorite, but no. I don't know what that says about our fans.
I'm fan favorite. Is that's true?
No, I don't think so. We're going to need you to leave the podcast. Thank you very much. And no, thank you very much. Get out. No, don't you heil me. That is respectful and disrespectful.
He was laughing. What was going on?
Dude, why did you didn't we have a
Josh Grobenstein.
We had a non-Nazi meeting where we weren't going to have Nazis on the podcast.
You guys said that you were going to be talking about the royal. You did the thing where you connected somebody from Europe who happens to be from Germany.
No, this is.
He was talking about St. Patrick's Day. He's talking about the royal family.
No. You can't put this on me, Sean. You weren't in the room. I was in the room.
I told him I wanted him to clear the ear.
Listen, he was very. He tries to fly under the radar, but I caught on. It took me a while.
Under the radar.
It took me a while, but I caught on.
In the green room, I heard him say that Hitler was a bad guy with an even worse mustache. How is that? I don't understand.
No, Sean, you should have been here. Maybe you should listen to the podcast a little bit later. But we're gonna need another podcast meeting to talk about how we can't have him or other Nazis on the podcast.
Okay,
we're trying to get to that audience.
Did he say something?
We don't want the wrong audience.
Did
right?
he say something bad about Meghan Markle being partially black?
Not directly, but
okay,
kind of directly.
What do you mean, kind of directly?
He said it with his eyes.
He said it. Said what with his eyes?
Like, I don't. He
through it. Okay, what did he say about St. Patrick's Day? That was the other thing in European news.
He would talk about how they got rid of the snakes.
Yes,
and
he
then
did.
When I kind of pressed him about what snakes were, he seemed a little shady about them. Yeah.
Well, because we don't know if the snakes were literally snakes or it was an analogy for something else.
No, we know that they were sticks.
No, that was your joke, but we don't know what they actually were.
I was spitting historical facts. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you're saying that Josh Grobenstein, who was on here, not me, that Josh Grobenstein said that St. Patrick was cool because
you wear your hat backwards. That's how we know.
Josh Grobenstein only wears his hat forward. We aren't know.
Yeah.
So you're saying that because St. Patrick got rid of the sticks, that I don't understand. I don't understand why you think he's a bad dude.
He always talks about minorities and being sucky and people that are in smaller parts of the culture in a larger culture and just kind of
like how there were the minorities in like World War II and the Holocaust.
Yeah,
because it's easier to target because it's easy for the majority to target the minorities, right?
Oh yeah,
and I think that's he was probably trying to say that the royal family that has this reputation, they were trying to target like Harry and Meghan because they see things differently, so therefore they're the minority and they had to eradicate them, and that's why they left.
I think the bigger giveaway. Was the swastika tattoo. I think that was the biggest thing.
He doesn't have a swastika tattoo.
He called it out. I thought it was an armband, but he called it out and said it was a tattoo.
Oh, he said it was a tattoo.
And he said he kind of would have wished that he could have been in the Nazi party.
All right, well, we have him on retainer, so I'm going to have words with him, and he's going to need to get that tattoo covered up, or I'll take a closer look at it. But if there's European news, he's going to be back.
If there's European news, he's going to be back.
I took all my portion of the podcast and I paid him to be on retainer. He had to fly all the way over here during COVID. That's not cheap. And he's staying for 2 weeks.
He's staying for 2 weeks? He's going to be...
Hopefully there's more European news to cover.
I know. You're making some big bets here, Sean.
It's a hot topic. There's things that are going to happen.
Wow.
We'll see what happens.
I guess so, but... hopefully you'll be the one to interview him next time.
Oh, that would be really nice. Maybe whenever we have time.
Every time your bladder just shrinks up and you gotta go take a douche.
I did. But this time specifically because of the falling out last time, you guys were just butting heads and you were basically trying to accuse this guy who's our guest of being a Nazi, and we don't have Nazis on this show.
Yeah, that's what I keep on saying, but yet he appears.
I'm pretty sure when I was walking away, he said his favorite film was The Sound of Music.
He said The Sound of Munich.
That's not a real.
He said The Sound of Munich is his thing, and it was, and in the end of that one, the Nazis won. That's what he said.
So, oh, really?
Yeah.
The Nazis won.
That's what he said.
But did they sing songs? Is it a musical?
I'm quoting him for Bolton.
Das Putin?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if Josh Grobenstein sticks around, but he's a great guy. You are just like,
I don't know if he can win me over. Did
you know that you're kind of being a low-key bigot right now because he's gay?
He is gay?
How did you sit in a room with this guy and not talk? Because
I was sitting here with a gay Nazi?
Yeah. Well, no, he's not a Nazi. He's a homosexual.
Okay.
He's got a weird accent, and he talks like that because he's European. I know that's not how they all sound. That's just how he sounds.
Okay.
So he sounds.
Well, maybe we'll dig into that a little bit more. Maybe we can learn a little bit more about him.
Maybe
if there's
you
more
could.
European news. But
Sure.
in the meantime,
I think that's all that we got.
Yes.
That's definitely all the time we got.
anyhow, everybody, thank you for listening to the Noisy Business Podcast. We really do appreciate each and every listener, and you can join the Noisy Nation Army. The Noisy Nation Army.
It's not an army. No. It's not an army. No.
Yeah.
Okay, there is no army.
No, we are a Noisy Nation.
We are a Noisy Nation, and all we want you to do to be part of that Noisy Nation is check us out on social media, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
like and share our podcast and have fun. Okay, guys?
We sidestepped that one, dude. Just like, no, we're talking about interviewing a potential Nazi and then also saying on the same episode that we're trying to promote an army. That would be really bad for us right now. We're trying to grow our brand.